Babe, wake up! There's a new update! Version 63.0 is out now. With it comes a couple of pretty solid updates. Nothing mind-blowing, but let's go over them anyway. The first one is that there's an upgrade to the party system. You can now see all of your party members on the map with you whenever you're in a party. This is really cool for not only like immersion, but also opens the door for things like gestures and maybe mini games, like maybe arm wrestling in the future, something like that. Just like you could do in like the guild hall in previous games. Do note that it will not work unless everyone's game is updated. I tried to party up with my wife to get footage for this, but I had my game updated and she did not, and she would not show up on the map. She had to go manually get the update and then boom, she popped up right on the map. Look at her. So cool, so cute. Sometimes the game doesn't automatically update for you, so you might have to go to your app store and then click update. If you don't see the update, then refresh it a little bit and then see if it updates, because when we went to update hers, it just said open, and then I like refreshed it and then it was like, actually update. So just be aware of that. If you're already playing the game and you want to see what version you're on, just click on your hunter's face to go to your menu, click on settings, and then scroll all the way down and you can see which update you're running. You should be on version 63.0. There's also a new party timeout feature where it says it'll give you a pop-up to say like, hey, you guys haven't hunted in a while, do you want to disband the party? But I can't get it to trigger. I had a party with my wife like 20 minutes ago and we haven't hunted anything since then, but she did disappear on my map after a while, but she's still technically in my party and I don't see any pop-up, so I don't know. But it's supposed to ask you after you've had a certain period of time where you haven't hunted any monsters together. But one of the coolest things about this new update is now we have a favorites system. This means that you can now favorite weapons and armor that you want to make. To favorite weapons and armor, all you gotta do is click on your weapon icon to take you to your equipment, click on the gear that you want, and click on the bookmark star icon that's in the top right corner of your screen. It'll turn green and it'll say, the materials necessary for this equipment will be highlighted from now on. So now if you fight a monster with those possible drops and you get one of those drops, it'll now have that green star bookmarky icon on it right when it drops. That way you know you got a drop that you were looking for. I also noticed that there was an aesthetic upgrade to the drops. There's now this like golden sparkle shine whenever you get a drop. It also shows up on your like time rating icon, like ABC. It looks really nice. I also tested it. I thought maybe that sparkle stuff only shows up on stuff that was wishlisted because the first thing was just like all wishlisted drops, but nope, it's on all drops. Also, I wanted to test it, and not that it's a big deal, but if you wishlist something that requires like sharp claws or wing drake hide or something from the small monsters, the drop won't look any different when you actually get it. I thought it would be cool to have like a little animation or something, but it's not a big deal. But it will show you that little bookmark icon when you go to it in your inventory. At first I was bummed because there wasn't like a pop-up that said like, hey, this wishlisted item is ready to be made. But then I remembered there's already a pop-up for like equipment that you have equipped right now. When it can be upgraded, it says like your current equipment can be upgraded. And it was also really annoying in Monster Hunter Rise when I wishlisted like a whole bunch of stuff, and then every single time I came back from a quest, because there were so many items that like contributed to it, I would get like so many pop-ups saying like upgrade this, upgrade this, upgrade this, and it was not fun. It was really annoying. So I think it's a good balance of like letting you know that you got wishlisted items, but not being obnoxious either. Good quality of life update. Other small things that are in this update include ease of use with the lock-on skill has been adjusted. I actually noticed this immediately this morning because I kind of get frustrated with the lock-on system in general, because I would either need to roll back away from the monster a bunch, click on the lock-on, and then click on the part that I wanted, or I'd have to just play zoomed out, which I don't prefer to do. I like being like close to the monster and being immersed and like really feeling the slices, you know? Or the smashes. But then sometimes I would misclick the part that I wanted, so I was going for his face, but I clicked the claw, and I was like, and then I have to roll back out, click the lock-on button again, click it again, click the part I wanted again, and then hope I got it right, and then go back in to fight. And with only 75 seconds, that wastes a ton of time. So most of the time I would just play without lock-on, even if I had the lock-on skill, and I just use my gyroscope. But now it seems like there's a wider margin for the lock-on prompt. Like if I want to lock on to the Tobikadachi's tail, and I just click on the tail after I've clicked the lock-on thing, then it pretty much always will just lock on the tail. So now I can just ballpark click on the tail itself and it'll lock on, but before I would have to like click on the actual lock-on icon, and if I got it wrong, then it would lock onto something else, and I'd be like, ugh. So I did my first collab on this channel last night, look out for that, but right after I went to sleep, Monster Hunter Now announced the pumpkin update. So it's 5 a.m. right now, I have my coffee, Let's go over the details of that. The announcement says, get ready for the Halloween pumpkin hunt. Hunters, Halloween is nearly upon us, and Hunter's Notes needs to work on some videos so he can have his topical videos out and not waste the footage that he shot before. For Halloween 2023, jack-o'-lanterns will adorn the field, and we'll be introducing some special Halloween exclusive equipment. Jacko head armor. Jacko. But that's not all. From Saturday, October 28th, the streets will be filled with kuliaku holding pumpkin-like rocks. Called it. With special packs that include special carving knives for sale, you won't want to miss out on all the spooky fun. They're not as great as they make it sound. We'll go over it in a second. We wish you luck on all your fall hunts. Happy Halloween. The event will officially launch on Wednesday, October 25th, 2023 at 9 a.m. and it'll go until Tuesday, October 31st, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. For the event details, there are time-limited quests. Everyone loves those. During those times that I just mentioned, Halloween pumpkin quests will be distributed. Complete quests that involve gathering special items or slaying certain monsters to receive pumpkin tickets, which can be used to forge and upgrade your Jacko head equipment. On Saturday, on October 28th at 9 a.m., a Halloween medal acquisition quest will be distributed. Complete this to receive the Halloween pumpkin hunt medal. You have until the event ends on Tuesday, October 31st, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. to complete this. At that same time, 9 a.m. on October 28th, kuliaku with the pumpkin rock will start to drop. They will appear in larger numbers, and if you take them out, they'll reward you with pumpkin tickets. This will allow you to craft your Jacko head. This jack-o'-lantern head armor actually comes with a new skill. It's called Solidarity, which is similar to the playstyle I like. I'm a friendship guy in Monster Hunter. But what the skill does is it increases attack power the more your fellow hunters have this skill activated. If active during the Halloween pumpkin event, this effect is multiplied by 5. So basically they're encouraging you to party up and use this helmet so that way you can have increased attack power and take out as many Kulus and everything else as possible. This is a really good time to use my Discord, link in the description, to find other players, link up, play this event, and grind and like really level up on everything else if you guys need to. At least they understand that DPS is more important than healing in this game. But yeah, pretty much every event you're gonna see me with my pumpkin head on from now on. Kind of sucks because only part of the event will be when I'm actually at Disney, where all the Halloween decorations will be like up everywhere, but also my wife's not gonna murder me because I'm not gonna try and sneak away and party up with a bunch of people at Disney World. There are 2 different time-limited packs that you can get. In the base in-game Halloween pack, you get 10 potions, 2 paintballs, 2 wander droplets, and 2 special carving knives. This is what I was talking about earlier. They made it seem like, wow, there's special carving knives in this. You get extra rewards. Well, there's only 2 of them, bruh. It doesn't list what the price is, but I bet it probably converts to something that's like a slight discount than just like paying for gems to double your rewards. But if you do want to buy something, then what you really want to do is get stuff from the web store. For the web store exclusive Halloween pack, you get, Halloween premium pack, you get 30 potions, 6 paintballs, 6 wander droplets, and 3 special carving knives. So unless the web store price is like astronomically hiked up, you want to get it from the web store. The reason they're doing this is because they don't want to pay third parties like Apple, because every time a transaction goes through their stores, they take a cut. I think it's like 20 or 30%. I'm pretty sure it's 30%. So they're trying to push people towards the web store because then they get pretty much all the profit for that. Niantic obviously has some deal to split it with Capcom, but like it's a lot more money. So hopefully they're like the same price and it's just even more obvious to just go to the web store. I might make a separate short just to get like the most awareness about this. Like just go to the web store if you want to buy anything for this game. It's the same way normally too. The second pack does seem a lot more reasonable, so as long as it's not like crazy expensive, maybe that'll be the first thing I buy in this game. I'm assuming it's gonna be something like $14.99 or something. We'll see, future Zach. For additional information, event quests will automatically be available for hunters HR 11 and above in the special quest tab in-game. Kuliaku holding the pumpkin-like rock will appear for hunters HR 11 and above, regardless of whether they have completed the relevant story quests. Quests will be effective until Tuesday, October 31st at 11:59 p.m., so make sure to collect your rewards before then. So if you have unclaimed stuff at that time, it's gone. Event details are subject to change. Any pumpkin kuliaku that were paintballed during the event will still be paintballed after the event, so that won't go away until the paintball actually wears off. And it'll still drop pumpkin tickets after the event ends. And then it says, if you've used up 70 pumpkin tickets to upgrade your Jacko head equipment, any further upgrades can only be made using regular materials. So you can keep upgrading your pumpkin head but only up to 70 pumpkin tickets can be used to upgrade the pumpkin head. After that, you gotta use regular monster parts and plants, etc. So that's it for the pumpkin event details. I think it's pretty good. I'm really excited for all the decorations. Honestly, that's the part that I'm the most hyped for. I wanna see the map all Halloween-y, and it looks like there's fireworks in the background, just like the leaks said there would be. But my rendition of Kulu obviously is a lot better than theirs. I like the pumpkin-like rock, but you didn't even decorate Kulu at all. Having Halloween exclusive headgear is cool. I like the skill personally. I think a lot of players are not gonna like the skill because they're gonna be like, cool, I guess I'll just find a ghost nearby since it's Halloween and party with them because there's no one else in my town that plays. That voice is because they're going insane because Niantic doesn't like to listen to their players. We're just complaining children to them. Complaining children money factories. But yeah, I want to be a little more excited for this. I'd give this like a B or something. Like I'm pretty hyped for it, but it's also not like the most mind-blowing thing. I'm just hoping that there's like a bunch of different quests to do or something like a little more engaging to do other than just hunting. But like, no, it's just gonna be like gather and hunt and make my equipment, which is okay. That's the game. Cool. I'm super excited that they're doing any events for the game, so I'm thankful for that. But other than like all the decorations, there's not much different than regular gameplay from this event. You can bet I'm gonna get that headgear real quick though. Effects have been added for skills like poison and paralysis resistance whenever they go off, so that way you know when they've been activated during a hunt. Just a fun little quality of life improvement. Also, like everyone in my Discord is complaining about connection issues, and I went out to get that clip of the poison resistance, and this was only like a few doors down from my house, but I could barely click on it. It took so many tries to actually get into the hunt, and then I brought it back to my house and went on my Wi-Fi, and this part of the clip is actually on my Wi-Fi, and it still took a lot just to be able to fight it. So this update definitely messed up the connection somehow, so expect an emergency update sometime soon. I'm sure they're gonna fix this as soon as possible, possibly even by the time this video comes out. They also really want to make sure that you have access to potions. You wouldn't want to be without potions. So now when you're defeated in battle, you have the option to buy a potion immediately and use it to revive yourself. But just know, the timer keeps ticking whenever you do this, so be careful. You have to click that buy button really fast. If you click it fast enough, maybe the monster will hit you again and you have to buy another one. I mean, yes, good, I'm glad they're allowing you to revive yourself if there's like a paintball monster and it's your third try or something like that, and you just need to finish it and you had like one hit left. Cool. Good quality of life change, I guess. I just don't like the predatory prices, that's all. When you click on a monster and you're too low on health, you can now heal yourself straight from that screen. This is a great change because it doesn't seem like a lot, but you'll have to click out of that screen, click on your potions, heal yourself once or twice, click out, then click back on the monster and go to fight before this update. Now, you can just heal yourself if you have the potions or first aid meds. The number of nearby hunters is no longer listed in the lobby of urgent quests because you can't have help on urgent quests. The design of certain Monster Hunter medals and the UI has changed for the Hunter's Medals details screen. This is actually awesome because one medal in particular was really frustrating some high-level players, namely the Large Monster Slayer medal. In previous versions of the game, if you've slain over 2,000 monsters, yes, plenty of people have already done that, crazy, the medal would just display as complete. So you wouldn't be able to see the actual number of all of the monsters that you've slain, which was really frustrating if you wanted to see how many monsters you slain that day or in total. Good change. Now, if you go to claim your first aid meds and you're gonna go over the limit, there's actually a pop-up that'll tell you, hey bro, you're about to go over the limit of this, are you sure you wanna do it? Because you'll lose first aid meds if you have like, say 7 and you wanna claim all 5 right now. So now at least the game will tell you like, hey, you're gonna lose some first aids. Good change. There are also some minor bug changes like the discrepancy of stars between hunters when you're hunting in a party or with others. Like for example, earlier I had a 4 or 5 star Jagras, I don't remember which one, but 4 or 5 stars, but on my wife's screen it was a 2 star. So in the past, sometimes if I clicked on it and we were in a party, hers would still show it's a 2-star spawn and mine would still show it's a 4-star spawn. But now they'll be consistent. Since I clicked on the monster, it was that higher level one for both of us. I'm not sure if this would affect drops, but at least it won't anymore. There were also some AR improvements and skill renames, but there was one thing specifically that I saw that was really intriguing. It was this one here. The time required to regain health may be reduced under certain conditions. What does that mean? Does that mean health regens faster when walking? Is there a buff coming soon that allows you to regen faster if you eat that? Or is this actually listing a bug fix where you used to be able to regain health faster under certain conditions, but now you can't? I don't know, hunters. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any more info on this or what you think this bug fix is about. For updates that I didn't cover earlier in the month, but I did mention one in this video, you now have 3 chances to fight paintball monsters instead of just 1 and it dips. So like, while you're fighting the monster, the paint is wearing off and then it runs away, but there's still some paint falling off of it, so you can track it again. You fight it again, you time out or you lose, and then, okay, third time, we gotta get this right. But on that note, there actually is a pop-up prompt now saying like, hey, this is your last time to challenge this monster. If you don't beat it now, you're not gonna be able to fight it again. No pressure, bro. Great change. They also changed it so that the Palico cannot mark monsters if the app is running, even if you lock your phone. I actually noticed this because I used to be able to prompt my Palico to mark monsters. I would just take out everything else in the area and then lock my phone and then reopen it, and then bam, I got a paintball monster in my inventory. But recently, no matter what I did, I couldn't get my nameless cat to paintball any monsters. It would just happen randomly, even if I closed the app. But they did actually already say that they are reversing this change and making an improvement. They said, as of 1 week from October 26th or 27th, our Palico will be able to mark monsters even when the app is open. Okay. Okay. Okay, Raptor. I don't know where your meat is. On top of that, during the duration of that 1 week from October 26th or 27th, for that whole week, your Palico will have 2 additional paintballs available to it. Meaning your Palico will have 5 total paintballs, and if you have the Prime Hunter Pass or the Celebration Pass, then you will have 7 total paintballs. Or your Palico will. They said that they will update us when this change is made. I assume personally that this timing is because they don't want to rush it into the Halloween update. Me again. They actually just changed it back like right now, as of today, October 18th. So they said that today, the Palico will mark monsters even while the app is running, so good job. And that they apologize for any inconvenience that it's caused. So that is today, but the Palico getting extra paintballs doesn't happen until now. It says October 26th or 27th, not 1 week from October 26th or 27th. They're saying October 26th or 27th because it depends on the time zone. So I guess this is gonna be a global, everyone at the same time kind of thing, not your local time like it normally is. So yeah, October 26th or 27th, depending on your time zone, your Palico will get extra paintballs. Sorry, I had to throw these parts in last minute. I already had the video shot and edited, so I didn't want to just scrap the entire first video or shoot an entire video just for this when I'm about to put out the other one, like, whatever, outro. But that's it for today's update, hunters. I hope you guys enjoy these new quality of life updates, and I hope you're having a wonderful time out there hunting. Please like this video. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and subscribe so you can go on this hunting journey with me. Until next time, hunters, I'll see you later. Oh my goodness, he's sneezing. Achoo. Ooh, good spin. I hear all spin.